So this is about pink cocaine. This was put out a couple years back by Vice, and since Diddy got caught with supposedly some pink cocaine, not sure if it's the same kind, but I figure I'd go over this because I've watched a bit of it. So it actually starts out with what they call is the 2CB Queen or something like that, which is this trans DJ or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. So I want to go ahead and point this out now. There's two different 2CBs. Okay, these guys are calling pink cocaine 2CB, TUCIBI, right? And then there's the actual 2CB chemical, which is a psychedelic phenethylamine. It's been around for a long time. And a lot of people could easily get mixed up with these two chemicals because it's really confusing. I don't know why they call it this. It doesn't have 2CB in it or anything, so it's very confusing.
The large groups of people getting into toilet cubicles together, pink rings on nostrils, and cheerful silliness made it apparent that most people here were on 2C.
So apparently that's how big this pink cocaine is down there, that on this song it's actually mentioning, I want that pink. It makes me powerful. So it's kind of weird. But anyway, after this party, they go to this cook's house.
By guards who protect and distribute the drugs to drivers. There's a police drone right there, too. Okay, so this is where it gets kind of funny. I'm going to skip forward here a little bit, but it's just ridiculous. They control over half of Medellin and claim to be the first ones to make and sell 2C. Within the organization you work for, is 2CB one of the biggest earners for you?
En ese momento tenemos el ingreso más grande en Tusi, en Medellín.
Have you seen these packets?
Tusi. Son las papeletas más caras.
Ah, Rick and Morty. ¿Cuántas cuesta?
Esas las tenemos en el poblado, podemos costar 200, 300 mil pesos.
Okay.
Depende de la zona que tenemos distribuida.
So it's more expensive than...
Honestly, I question if these guys are really... if these guys are like mid-level, not even mid-level of what you'd see in the United States, and all they're doing is they're mixing up chemicals or drugs that they've gotten from someone else and colored it. And there's no cooking, there's no chemistry involved, there's nothing special. So it's like, I don't know, this is just ridiculous. If this is really the originators of this, I mean, I don't know. I just find it all ridiculous. But check it out.
Cocaine.
Sí.
What do you actually put in 2CB?
Tenemos metanfetaminas, todo sintético. LSD.
So it's just a mix.
Meth, ketamine, LSD. First of all, okay. LSD? Okay. There's literally no point in putting that in there. If you're dropping LSD onto those crystals or drying it up with some sort of crystals, there is no chance that molecule is going to survive. It's going to get broken down. It barely survives being locked in paper when you drop it on paper. You know how quick it gets destroyed when you have LSD on paper? Like, it's not going to survive in that. So if these guys actually do put LSD, which I don't think they do, I don't even think these guys can get LSD. If they put it in there, it is pointless. Pointless. These guys have no clue what they're talking about. I don't know why they would do this. I don't know why they would even say this. But check this out. It just gets even dumber.
Pretty much every drug under the sun.
Sí, porque es más fuerte.
The original 2CB has no connection to this anymore. I think this is a totally different drug. Can I ask, do you ever put fentanyl in it?
Fentanilo. Sí, tienen
No,
fentanilo.
yeah,
Algunas
they put
personas le hace
fentanyl.
daño, pero nosotros tenemos que vender.
Okay,
These guys
and the
are
automatic
fucking
weapons,
clowns.
are they mainly for other gangs or are they for the police?
Nos estamos cuidando de todo. En ese momento tenemos 2 drones que nos están vigilando.
Is it normal to have drones watching your safe house?
No, no es normal. Sabemos que nos están respirando la nuca en ese momento. No nos podemos demorar. Tenemos caletas mayores, tenemos túneles, nosotros podemos salir por todos los lados, pero no podemos mostrar todo.
Okay.
¿Qué hora es?
At this point, it's kind of funny because they force him, supposedly, a lot of this almost looks kind of scripted and made up. A lot of people are praising these guys because it's Vice, and they're like, "Oh, you guys are really doing a great job on this journalism. You guys are really coming back." I don't know, man. A lot of this looks like kind of fake, but check it out. It's pretty funny.
Have you got...
He says that if we have to try.
Para ver la calidad.
Pero todo bien.
Oh,
Yo
no, gracias.
Ya no tengo que cambiar más tiempo.
No, gracias, no, gracias.
Para que vean la calidad.
No, gracias. Okay, I'll try a little bit. Is this the one with fentanyl in it?
Poco.
Okay.
Es poco. Dale. Eso. Es poco. Y sienta la calidad.
Fentanyl is 100 times stronger than heroin, and even trace amounts can be deadly. Cool. Yeah, so I really didn't want to try that, but when someone has a gun and they're pointing it at you, I feel like it's safer to just risk it and pray that it doesn't have fentanyl in it. And we gotta get out of here soon because it's a pretty dangerous neighborhood, but...
Might have to cut this part out because there was some music in the background that might get copyrighted. I don't know. So he's like listing off all these feelings he's having. He's like, "Oh, I'm dissociating. I'm feeling stimulated," and I don't know, man. It's just kind of ridiculous. Like, it doesn't really. I don't know. I think he's faking it. Like, why would you say you're feeling all that? Like, it doesn't even really make sense. Like that should be kind of an overwhelming feeling if you're feeling all those things. I don't know. But well, let's see what happens in this. So here we are again with what supposedly is some pink cocaine cooks. Which, it's all they're really doing is they're blending up other drugs along with some dyes, maybe some fillers. And that's what you get, is you get this pink cocaine is what they call it. It's not 2CB, it's not cocaine. Let's see what they put in it.
Están viendo ahí producir cocaine. Se vino desde la USA y no le pidieron visa. Y aquí pues lo recibimos con 12 y una
Well, I guess he's singing. Kind of annoying. Anyways.
sonrisa.
What are you guys doing right now?
Es preparaciones 12.
Okay, can you just explain to me how you make it, what you put in it, what are the ingredients?
Okay, first of all, that looked like they had some sort of pills that were pink that they were like mixing with a liquid and they were like expanding. So maybe they don't even put their own... I don't know. I'm thinking maybe they don't even put their own dye in there, but I guess maybe if they're mixing like chemicals, there's a little bit of moisture in there too, and they're mixing it up. Maybe it's clumpy. I don't know. Maybe I'll give them a benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's just their chemicals are clumping up. I don't know. That's interesting though. Weird.
Ingredients.
MDM, la éxtasis.
So the guy even mentions like, okay, so why are you putting MDMA and ecstasy into your mix? And the guy was like, oh, it makes it that much stronger. So the thing is, ecstasy is MDMA, but it's already stepped on. And it's either way, it's already less strong than just MDMA because it's in a pill form. And pill has to have binder. So even if the ecstasy was pure ecstasy, which would mean it's MDMA with binder pressed into a pill, it would still be weaker than just MDMA. You would purposefully want to put more MDMA instead of putting ecstasy. You'd put more MDMA in it. So maybe that's those pink pills that I saw floating around in there that they were like expanding. So it does look like they don't even. Oh my god, this is so stupid. So more than likely, the ecstasy pills that they're getting, if it is MDMA, it might not even be MDMA. They're probably stepped on. They probably have other drugs in them. So it's kind of looking like they're just taking ecstasy pills and busting them down. Maybe adding another chemical to them, and then adding more binder to them. Oh my god. And then just selling it in powder, because obviously these guys couldn't press a pill if their life depended on it. So basically, these guys are wannabe ecstasy pill makers. That's all they are. They're fucking... Oh my god. Okay. That is dumb. Let's keep going, I guess. It just gets dumber as we go.
La éxtasis, oxicodona, clorhidrato. Eso es la ketamina.
Okay.
See these guys?
Tenemos colorantes tipo 3
Why do you put MDMA and ecstasy?
para dar un producto mucho más
Much more effective.
más efectivo. Estamos
Yeah,
sacando
no.
la mejor calidad de
You have
Colombia.
no clue what
What's
you're doing.
this?
Y es crack.
Does this go in the 2CB?
No. Este es mío.
Oh, you just like crack, okay.
Estos son los míos. Manos a la obra.
How much is all of this 2C worth?
Look at that.
De
How much binder are you
400
putting in there?
a 420 gramos. Un gramo es un punto. Un punto
Bro.
cuesta entre 40 y 60 mil
Dude had
pesos
like 5
colombianos.
pills. and
This is
turned
a ton
it
of
into, like,
money right
100
here.
fucking grams.
So, do you ever put anything else in it? I mean, we've heard of things like fentanyl going in, synthetic drugs.
Todo depende del cocinero y la receta que se tenga. Entonces muchas veces hacemos estas cosas no porque queramos, sino porque de verdad toca. A muchos no nos gusta estar acá, pero la vida nos pone en estas situaciones.
Have you ever thought that it might save you a lot of time if you invested in one of those baking mixers?
No.
Mixing together different drugs can sometimes be fine, but sometimes
It's called a mortar and pestle. That's what you could break up, I guess, that crap with. You don't need a blender. I guess you could use a blender too. But yeah, mortar and pestle, what you kind of like make, I don't know, bust up seasonings with and stuff. You know, you take herbs and you break them down. Yeah, it's like a, I don't know. This is interesting, I guess.
like with the oxycodone and ketamine going into this batch, deadly. And that's one of the dangers of 2CB.
Y acá ya quedaría lista para el consumo. ¡Ay, ay, ay!
The more time we spent with the Enterprise, the more we began to realize that this pink branded product they've created might be the most successful innovation in drugs since cocaine itself. And behind it all is one mastermind. Finally, we had become trusted.
What are they talking about? This is worse than when ecstasy started getting all kinds of drugs thrown into it. It's like literally worse than ecstasy. It's worse than the worst of ecstasy. It's worse than when they started selling